Hello everyone and welcome to my General Hospital Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Rocco in a panic, Kristina the snitch, and Nina's big Willow decision. According to Tuesday, February 11th General Hospital spoilers, Nina Reeves will make a significant Willow Corinthos decision, and Kristina Corinthos Davis will snitch. Once Tuesday's action-packed episode begins, Rocco Falconeri will likewise go into a panic. Sasha Gilmore Corbin will be pushed to the limit by Cody Bell at the Port Charles Grill. After becoming so enraged that she throws a drink in Cody's face, Sasha will speak alone with Jason Morgan shortly after. Sasha will encourage Jason to continue acting as her pretend baby daddy when he talks about his conversation with Michael Corinthos in Germany. Sasha believes it will be their best opportunity to dispel rumors that Michael is the real father. Felicia Scorpio will undoubtedly give Cody another lesson. Felicia will likely believe that Cody needs to get his act together and quit making things worse on Sasha, even though he will discuss his jumbled feelings with her. Jordan Ashford will be alerted by Curtis Ashford, who hopes that this would convince her to abandon her Jen Sidwell scheme. Jordan, though, is adamant about doing her share to defeat Sidwell. According to other GH spoilers, Elizabeth Baldwin will be questioned by Lucky Spencer over her recent park rescue. Liz may have received kudos from Kristina for diverting Avery, and Donna Corinthos from the Ava Jerome controversy. Elizabeth may, of course, contend that Rick Lansing should be given credit for stepping in and dragging Ava away. It looks like Kristina might give Sonny Corinthos a call to provide him with information on Ava's attempt to snatch Avery away for an apartment visit. Kristina will want to include Sonny as soon as possible, even if she initially only receives his voicemail. Sonny might view Ava's error as beneficial to the custody dispute, because he has some exciting news coming his way. Given that Sonny will express his thanks for Natalia Ramirez on Tuesday's episode, it's also plausible that this wonderful news will have anything to do with their developing romance. Elizabeth will have a bonding session with Isaiah Gannon as Sonny and Natalia get closer on the flight home. Kai Taylor will also be approached by Emma Drake with an offer that she would like him to think about. It might have to do with her next extravagant fundraiser. She will debate her connection with Drew Quartermaine with Martin Gray over with Willow. When custody of her children is at issue, Martin might caution Willow against flaunting her new relationship in public, but Willow won't see any reason to hide it. Before engaging in an emotional one-on-one discussion with Willow, Nina might concur. Will Nina acknowledge that she fell for Drew as well, even though she will understand why Willow did? This could be Nina's chance to tell the truth about her own affair with Drew, but it could end up being a soap opera in which she doesn't tell the whole truth. In the end, Nina might lose her composure and realize she cannot risk making Willow turn against her. Regardless of whether she makes a sincere confession or not, Nina will attempt to provide a warning story. When Danny Morgan vents his anger over Cyrus Renaud and his thirst for vengeance, Rocco will get alarmed. Danny might even consider doing it personally, but he might also want Jason to remove Cyrus from the map. We'll give you more predictions about the drama that's building since General Hospital spoilers indicate that Danny's quest to get justice for Sam McCall may cause issues. Proposals, deceptions, and warnings. Tuesday, February 11th General Hospital spoilers, and updates hint to propositions, deceptions, and warnings. Sasha Corbin promotes a lie, Emma Scorpio Drake makes a proposal, and Curtis Ashford issues a warning. Curtis issues a caution. As they appear to be enjoying some drinks together, Curtis has a warning for his ex-wife Jordan Ashford. Just say no to whatever this guy wants, he counsels Jordan. Could Curtis be referring to Isaiah Gannon? Or is he aware of Jordan's secret mission involving Jen Sidwell? It would be wise to let her know about Sidwell, but warning her about Isaiah could come out as disrespectful. After all, warning an ex-wife about her new relationship is a bad idea because it could be mistaken for envy. Emma has a suggestion. I've got a proposition for you. Emma confidently approaches Kai Taylor in another scene with an unexpected offer, leaving him stunned. She may be making reference to the charity event she worked on with Gio Palmieri last year. But judging by the look on his face, Kai takes her comments entirely differently, and this kind of misinterpretation wouldn't be unusual. After all, Emma isn't one to hold back, and not everyone uses the word proposition in what seems to be a bar setting. No more hiding. Frustrated by the demand that she and Drew Quartermaine meet in secret, Willow Corinthos continues her heated discussion with Martin Gray concerning custody arrangements. But Martin reminds her that it's a requirement of their deal to keep her kids, Wiley and Amelia Corinthos. The accord is in danger since the lines have already been crossed. With a picture of a happy, large family, Willow is obviously determined to move in with Drew in his recently purchased Port Charles home. Even though Michael Corinthos is recuperating overseas, it appears she is unaware of Martin's cautions that he has a substantial advantage in the custody dispute. An important call. Right now, Kristina Corinthos Davis is on the phone, most likely talking about her recent encounter with Ava Jerome at the park. She could be talking to Carly Spencer, but she could also be talking to her father, Sonny Corinthos, who is on his way home. Kristina tells the person on the other end that she has to talk about Avery Jerome Corinthos immediately. After the catastrophe that befell her daughter, she is adamant about not letting Ava steal her younger sister, as she had told Elizabeth Baldwin. Elizabeth finds herself at Charlie's pub, conversing with Lucky Spencer just in time. Since Lucky is interested in learning how did she save the day this time, she is most likely narrating her most recent encounter at the park. Lucky naturally comes up in their conversation because she works for Kristina at the pub. Elizabeth appears to have some doubts about Ava, even if Lucky isn't quite conscious of her emotions. He may be aware that Ava is the ex-wife of Nicholas Cassadine, but he hasn't been back to town since she arrived, if at all. The enforcer, Danny? In the Quartermain Mansion's sunroom, Rocco Falconeri and Danny Morgan are chatting, with Danny pressuring Rocco for additional details. Both of the boys are probably aware that Cyrus Renault is the main suspect in Sam McCall's murder, which they recently learnt about. Along with Dex Heller and perhaps other Turning Woods residents, Cyrus has become a key figure in the inquiry into Sam's killing. It appears that Danny is prepared to take matters into his own hands when he confides in Rocco that he feels obligated to find Cyrus. Is Danny acting as the enforcer, emulating his father Jason? Desperation and deceit. Desperate to maintain a lie, Sasha finds herself in the Quartermain boathouse. She tells Jason Morgan that they must make everyone believe he is the father of her child. Sasha understands that she and Martin can use Willow's overheard Cody Bell boasting about Jason being the baby's father against Michael, should he begin to discover the truth. She is adamant that her brief meeting with Michael and the pregnancy that followed shouldn't affect his relationship with his other two kids. Jason will probably follow the plan, even though it will require him to lie to Danny and other family members. Since many people already believe the story, it should be a simple charade. Carly may have some reservations, but after they give her an explanation, she'll probably change her mind. Angels of protection and good news. Isaiah set up a visit with a cardiologist, and Sonny and Natalia Ramirez are currently flying back to Port Charles from Los Angeles. Sonny tells Natalia that he feels like someone is keeping an eye on him during the trip, which may be why he decided to put off getting a pacemaker. Natalia begged Sonny to put his health first, but Sonny claimed that his family required his attention first in last Friday's episode. Jordan's risky plan, Danny's mission, and Emma's connection. Prepare for drama, action, and startling disclosures on General Hospital today. General Hospital spoilers indicate a sneak peek for Tuesday, February 11, 2025, has been made public. It depicts Danny Morgan losing it over the killing of Sam McCall. Kai Taylor and Emma Drake Scorpio connect. Jordan Ashford is also cautioned by Curtis Ashford about her dangerous justice plan. Let's discuss what will happen in today's ABC soap opera episode as you continue reading. The fear of Curtis Ashford. Jordan and Curtis are shown at the beginning of the promo footage. Curtis attempts to provide a caution as the two sit and converse over drinks. Curtis is aware of Jordan's intention to pursue Jen Sidwell. Even though Jordan was a police officer in the past, she is not conducting this investigation. Jordan is merely utilizing Sidwell's curiosity about her to obtain information that should help him defeat him. But Curtis cautions Jordan. Curtis advises Jordan to simply refuse Sidwell's requests. Discover the events of the most recent GH. The relief of Willow Tate Corinthos. She continues to discuss her divorce from Martin Gray with Willow Tate Corinthos. Willow has been cautioned by the attorney that Michael Corinthos' divorce petition is quite combative. Martin believes Willow needs to locate ammunition. However, Willow appears more relieved in a preview clip that she has no longer had to conceal her relationship with Drew Kane Quartermain. The tabloids haven't yet devoured Drew and Willow, which is surprising. According to General Hospital spoilers, Kristina Corinthos Davis will phone someone regarding Avery Corinthos. Ava Jerome was about to take Avery when Kristina stopped her. Kristina threatened to take Avery away from Ava if Sonny found out. In today's episode, Kristina appears to take action. Kristina calls from the park while she is by herself. According to Kristina, the call is for Sonny or Diane Miller because it concerns Avery. The proposition of Emma Scorpio Drake. Kai and Emma are scheduled to connect on Tuesday, February 11th. Kai is receiving assistance from Trina Robinson, a positive role model, following his injuries that changed his life. Emma has a proposal for Kai though, and it might not be the best one. General Hospital spoilers. Cyrus betrays the wrong family. Selena gets enraged at his attack on Brad. Danny Morgan's quest for justice. He tells Rocco Falconeri that he must find him right away while he is with Danny. Could Danny take a risky step given that he is aware that Cyrus Renault is a top suspect in Sam McCall's murder? Elizabeth Liz Baldwin is being questioned by Lucky Spencer in the meantime. Natalia Ramirez is told by Sonny that he must have someone watching out for him. Additionally, Sasha Gilmore Corbin implores Jason Morgan to act as her surrogate father. Ava and Sonny from General Hospital are preparing for another court battle to determine who will get custody of Avery. Although this isn't Avery's first or even her second legal struggle, hopefully it will be the last. Which parent will ultimately prevail? Elizabeth might be the deciding factor. When Elizabeth consented to take another stroll with Rick this week, we should have realized that something significant was about to happen. Last fall, when he persuaded Elizabeth to go for a walk at the General Hospital nurses' station with flowers, they ended up watching Alexis throw a gun from the footbridge. Liz talked about last year's episode and how she didn't need anything negative from their most recent outing, even before she and Rick boarded the elevator for their February walk. Unfortunately, she was not as fortunate. An encounter with Ava, Kristina, Avery, and Donna that could take Elizabeth to court resulted from a straightforward winter stroll in the park. Rick pulled Ava out of the park and into her apartment to try to reason with her when he saw that she was attempting to take Avery home, while she lacked the legal authority to do so. Avery and Donna's babysitter, whom no one can reason with, was left with poor Elizabeth. Liz had to put up with Kristina's tirade about Ava's atrocities. How could Ava possibly believe that she was entitled to see her child? According to Kristina's irrational belief, Ava ought to have no rights whatsoever. Kristina had no filter, therefore she thought it was okay to say that Ava couldn't have Avery if she couldn't have her daughter. The expression on Liz's face demonstrated that Nurse Baldwin was aware of how ridiculous that remark was, but Kristina was unaware of it. Rick assured Ava that he would assist her in winning her legal battle against Sonny at no cost, while Kristina was spewing her usual crap about a baby intended for her sister, and fathered by her sister's partner. A passionate moment resulted from that declaration, demonstrating the lengths Rick would go to for Ava. Something indicates that once Elizabeth tells Rick about her chat with Kristina, he will determine that Elizabeth needs to testify to demonstrate that Sonny is merely seeking for custody as payback. That's even the truth, which is amazing. After Ava shared that recording of Natalia's homophobic comments about Kristina and Blaze, Sonny made the decision that Ava and Avery could no longer be together. Then, after Kristina said that Ava had pushed her out of a window, killing baby Irene, he intensified the altercation. Elizabeth didn't want her encounter with Rick to cause any trouble, but it appears that she may have to vow to tell the truth and nothing but on a witness stand. Kristina the snitch, Nina's huge Willow decision, and Rocco in panic mode. The drama on General Hospital is heating up, with tensions running high and major decisions shaping the future of beloved characters. Kristina Corinthos Davis finds herself in the hot seat as accusations of betrayal swirl around her, while Nina Reeves faces an impossible choice regarding Willow Tate. Meanwhile, young Rocco Falconeri experiences a moment of sheer panic that could change his world forever. Let's dive into these gripping storylines and explore their implications for the residents of Port Charles. Kristina the snitch? Kristina Corinthos Davis has always been a character who walks a fine line between loyalty and impulsiveness. She has been through numerous ups and downs, often finding herself entangled in her family's complicated affairs. However, recent events have left her reputation in jeopardy, as whispers of betrayal circulate among her loved ones. Kristina's involvement in a sensitive situation has led some to brand her as a snitch. The question is, did she truly betray someone, or is she being framed? Given her history with her father, Sonny Corinthos, and her often rocky relationship with her siblings, it wouldn't be surprising if she were caught in the crossfire of another family feud. One possible scenario is that Kristina inadvertently let slip a crucial piece of information that put someone in danger. Whether it involved her father's criminal activities, a family secret, or something involving one of her close friends, the fallout is bound to be explosive. The biggest concern now is how Sonny will react to the accusations. He is fiercely protective of his children, but he also has little tolerance for betrayal. If Kristina did betray someone, was it for the greater good? Perhaps she believed she was helping someone by revealing information, only to have it backfire spectacularly. This wouldn't be the first time Kristina has acted on impulse without fully considering the consequences. The reactions of her mother, Alexis Davis, and her siblings Sam and Molly will also play a critical role in how Kristina weathers this storm. Will they support her, or will they see her as a liability? More importantly, what will this mean for her relationships moving forward? Nina's huge Willow decision. No one in Port Charles has faced as much emotional turmoil recently as Nina Reeves. Her complex relationship with her daughter Willow Tate has been an emotional roller coaster filled with deception, heartache, and moments of hope. But now Nina is faced with a life-changing decision that could either bring her closer to Willow or sever their fragile bond forever. Willow, who had been reluctant to let Nina into her life, has slowly begun to lower her walls. However, trust is still a major issue between them, especially considering Nina's past manipulations. Nina has a history of making choices based on her emotions rather than logic, and that's precisely what makes her current dilemma so difficult. Rumors suggest that Nina has access to crucial medical information that could impact Willow's health. If she withholds it, she risks endangering her daughter's well-being. If she reveals it, she may have to expose a secret that could cause a major fallout with others in Port Charles. The stakes couldn't be higher. Another aspect of Nina's dilemma is how this decision will affect her relationship with Sonny. Sonny has been one of the few people in Nina's corner, even when others doubted her. However, if Nina's actions lead to another betrayal or hurt someone close to Sonny, their relationship could be in serious jeopardy. If Nina chooses to do the right thing and tell Willow everything, it could be the start of true healing between them. But will Willow see it that way, or will she view it as yet another manipulation? It's a fine line Nina must walk, and one misstep could destroy everything she's fought for. Rocco in panic mode. Rocco Falconeri may be young, but he has already been through more than most kids his age. The son of Dante Falconeri and the late Lulu Spencer, Rocco has had to navigate life with his father while his mother remains in a coma. As he grows older, he becomes more aware of the complicated world around him, and it seems he is now facing a crisis that has left him in panic mode. What could be causing Rocco such distress? One possibility is that he has uncovered a shocking family secret that has shaken his sense of security. Children in Port Charles often find themselves caught up in the drama of their parents' lives, and Rocco may have overheard something that he wasn't supposed to know. Another potential cause of his panic could be related to his mother. Lulu's condition has been stable but unchanged for quite some time. Could there be a sudden development regarding her health? If Rocco believes that his mother might wake up or worse that he might lose her forever, it would be enough to send any child into a state of panic. Adding to his emotional turmoil, Rocco has been forming stronger bonds with other kids in Port Charles, such as Danny Morgan and Charlotte Cassadine. If he feels that he's being kept in the dark about something major or if he believes his family is in danger, his reaction could be extreme. Dante and Olivia Quartermain will need to step in quickly to reassure Rocco and provide him with the emotional support he needs. However, if his fears are valid, then everyone in the Falconeri family will have to brace themselves for another storm. The bigger picture. While these three storylines seem separate, there is potential for overlap. Kristina's supposed betrayal might tie into something that affects Nina's decision, or Rocco's panic could be linked to the fallout from either of their actions. General Hospital thrives on weaving its character arcs together, so it wouldn't be surprising if these plots converge in unexpected ways. One potential theory is that Kristina's loose lips have something to do with Nina's secret. If Kristina accidentally exposes something Nina was trying to keep under wraps, it could force Nina's hand in revealing the truth to Willow sooner than expected. This would place Kristina in an even more precarious position with Sunny and the rest of her family. Meanwhile, Rocco's crisis might not be just about his own family, but could also be connected to Kristina or Nina's drama. If he overheard something that places someone he cares about in danger, he may feel powerless to do anything about it, leading to his panic. As always, General Hospital keeps fans on the edge of their seats, and these storylines are no exception. Kristina's reputation, Nina's moral dilemma, and Rocco's fears are all set to collide in a way that will have lasting effects on the people of Port Charles. One thing is certain, the drama is far from over. In a world increasingly driven by information, the interplay between warnings, propositions, and deceptions has become a central theme in how individuals, organizations, and societies operate. These three elements, warnings as cautionary signals, propositions as offers or ideas, and deceptions as deliberate misleading acts, shape our decisions, relationships, and understanding of reality. They are tools of communication, persuasion, and control, often used to influence behavior, protect interests, or achieve specific outcomes. However, their misuse can lead to confusion, conflict, and harm. This essay explores the dynamics of warnings, propositions, and deceptions, examining their roles, implications, and the ethical considerations surrounding their use. The nature of warnings. Warnings are essential tools for safeguarding individuals and societies. They serve as alerts to potential dangers, risks, or negative consequences, enabling people to make informed decisions and take preventive measures. Warnings can be explicit, such as a caution, wet floor sign, or implicit, such as subtle cues in social interactions that signal discomfort or distrust. They are rooted in the human instinct for self-preservation and the desire to avoid harm. In the modern world, warnings take many forms. Governments issue public health warnings about pandemics or natural disasters. Companies include disclaimers on products to inform consumers of potential risks. Parents warn their children about the dangers of strangers or reckless behavior. In each case, the intent is to provide information that can help individuals navigate uncertain or hazardous situations. However, warnings are not always heeded. People may ignore or dismiss them due to skepticism, overconfidence, or a lack of understanding. For example, despite repeated warnings about the dangers of smoking, many individuals continue to use tobacco products. Similarly, warnings about climate change are often met with denial or inaction. This highlights the challenge of ensuring that warnings are not only communicated effectively, but also taken seriously. Moreover, warnings can be misused. In some cases, they are exaggerated or fabricated to manipulate behavior. For instance, a company might overstate the risks of a competitor's product to steer consumers toward its own offerings. Politicians might issue dire warnings about an opponent's policies to sway public opinion. Such tactics undermine trust and can lead to unintended consequences. The role of propositions. Propositions, in contrast to warnings, are offers or ideas presented for consideration. They can take the form of business proposals, political platforms, or personal requests. Propositions are inherently persuasive, aiming to convince others to accept a particular viewpoint, adopt a course of action, or enter into an agreement. They rely on logic, evidence, and emotional appeal to make their case. In the realm of business, propositions are central to marketing and sales. Companies present their products or services as solutions to customers' needs, emphasizing benefits and downplaying drawbacks. A successful proposition is one that aligns with the values, desires, and circumstances of the target audience. For example, a car manufacturer might highlight the fuel efficiency and safety features of a new model to appeal to environmentally conscious and safety-minded consumers. In politics, propositions are used to rally support for policies or candidates. A politician might propose a new tax plan, arguing that it will stimulate economic growth and reduce inequality. The effectiveness of such a proposition depends on its ability to resonate with voters' priorities and beliefs. However, political propositions are often contentious, as they involve competing interests and ideologies. Propositions also play a key role in personal relationships. When one person asks another for a favor, makes a suggestion, or expresses a desire, they are presenting a proposition. The outcome depends on factors such as trust, reciprocity, and the perceived fairness of the request. For instance, a friend might propose a joint vacation, and the response will depend on whether the other person sees the idea as appealing and feasible. While propositions can be constructive, they can also be manipulative. A proposition becomes deceptive when it conceals important information or misrepresents the truth. For example, a financial advisor might propose an investment opportunity without disclosing the associated risks. Such practices erode trust and can lead to harm. The art of deception. Deception is the deliberate act of misleading others, often for personal gain or to achieve a specific objective. It involves concealing, distorting, or fabricating information to create a false impression. Deception can take many forms, from outright lies to subtle manipulations of truth. It is a powerful tool, capable of influencing decisions, shaping perceptions, and altering outcomes. In everyday life, deception is often used to avoid conflict or protect oneself. For example, a person might feign interest in a conversation to avoid offending someone. While such white lies are generally considered harmless, they raise questions about the ethics of honesty and transparency. At what point does a well-intentioned deception become a breach of trust? In more serious contexts, deception can have far-reaching consequences. Fraud, for instance, involves deceiving others for financial gain. Scammers might pose as legitimate businesses or individuals to trick victims into handing over money or sensitive information. The rise of digital technology has made such schemes more sophisticated and widespread, posing challenges for law enforcement and cybersecurity. Deception is also a common tactic in politics and warfare. Governments may spread misinformation to discredit opponents or justify military actions. During World War II, for example, both the Allies and Axis powers used propaganda to manipulate public opinion and demoralize enemies. In the modern era, the term fake news has become synonymous with the deliberate spread of false information for political purposes. The psychological impact of deception is profound. When people discover they have been deceived, they often experience feelings of betrayal, anger, and mistrust. This can damage relationships, undermine institutions, and create social divisions. For example, revelations of corporate fraud can lead to public outrage and a loss of confidence in the business sector. Similarly, political scandals involving deception can erode trust in democratic processes. The interplay between warnings, propositions, and deceptions. Warnings, propositions, and deceptions are not isolated phenomena. They often intersect and influence one another. A warning can be embedded in a proposition, as when a doctor advises a patient to quit smoking while proposing a healthier lifestyle. Conversely, a proposition can be used to undermine a warning, as when a tobacco company downplays the health risks of smoking to promote its products. Deception can also be intertwined with warnings and propositions. For instance, a deceptive warning might exaggerate a threat to manipulate behavior, such as a company falsely claiming that a competitor's product is unsafe. Similarly, a deceptive proposition might conceal risks or drawbacks, as in the case of a fraudulent investment scheme. The interplay between these elements is particularly evident in the realm of advertising. Advertisers often use warnings to create a sense of urgency or scarcity, such as limited time offer, or while supplies last. At the same time, they present propositions that emphasize the benefits of their products while downplaying potential downsides. In some cases, they may resort to deceptive practices, such as false claims or hidden fees, to gain a competitive edge. Ethical considerations. The use of warnings, propositions, and deceptions raises important ethical questions. When is it acceptable to issue a warning, make a proposition, or engage in deception? What responsibilities do individuals and organizations have to communicate truthfully and transparently? From an ethical standpoint, warnings should be based on accurate information and issued with the intent to protect rather than manipulate. Exaggerating or fabricating warnings for personal gain is a breach of trust and can have harmful consequences. Similarly, propositions should be honest and transparent, providing all relevant information to enable informed decision-making. Deceptive propositions which conceal or distort the truth are unethical and can lead to harm. Deception is generally considered unethical, as it undermines trust and can cause harm. However, there are situations where deception may be justified, such as in undercover law enforcement operations, or to protect someone from harm. These cases require careful consideration of the potential benefits and risks, as well as the motives behind the deception. Navigating the complexities. In a world where warnings, propositions, and deceptions are ubiquitous, navigating their complexities requires critical thinking, discernment, and ethical awareness. Individuals must learn to evaluate the credibility of warnings, assess the merits of propositions, and recognize the signs of deception. This involves questioning assumptions, seeking evidence, and considering alternative perspectives. Organizations and institutions also have a role to play in promoting transparency and accountability. Clear communication, ethical standards, and mechanisms for oversight can help prevent the misuse of warnings, propositions, and deceptions. For example, regulations requiring companies to disclose product risks can protect consumers from deceptive practices. Ultimately, the responsible use of warnings, propositions, and deceptions is essential for building trust and fostering positive relationships. By prioritizing honesty, integrity, and the well-being of others, individuals and organizations can contribute to a more informed, ethical, and harmonious society. Conclusion. Warnings, propositions, and deceptions are powerful tools that shape our interactions and decisions. While they can be used to protect, persuade, and achieve positive outcomes, they can also be misused to manipulate, deceive, and cause harm. Understanding their dynamics and ethical implications is crucial for navigating the complexities of modern life. By fostering critical thinking, transparency, and ethical awareness, we can harness the potential of these tools while minimizing their risks, creating a world where truth and trust prevail. Danny's mission, Emma's connection, Jordan's dangerous scheme. Danny Carter had always been a man on a mission. As an elite undercover agent, his work had taken him to the darkest corners of the world, exposing criminal networks, dismantling cartels, and protecting those who couldn't protect themselves. His latest mission, however, was unlike any other. This time the enemy was closer than ever before, and the line between right and wrong blurred with every step he took. Danny's mission. Assigned to infiltrate a powerful underground organization known as the Obsidian Order, Danny's objective was to dismantle their operations from within. The Order, a secretive network involved in smuggling weapons, human trafficking, and money laundering, had eluded authorities for years. Danny's superiors believed that he was the only agent capable of getting close enough to bring them down. The key to his mission was gaining the trust of Vincent Russo, a ruthless crime lord who controlled the Order's North American division. Danny assumed the identity of Alex Monroe, a skilled mercenary with a shadowy past. He spent months crafting his cover, ensuring that his every move aligned with the persona he had created. As he infiltrated Russo's circle, Danny encountered obstacles that tested not only his skills but his moral compass. The deeper he went, the more he realized that some members of the Order weren't in it by choice. Many had been coerced, blackmailed, or trapped in a life they never wanted. Among them was Emma Caldwell, a woman who would change the course of his mission forever. Emma's connection. Emma Caldwell had been entangled with the Obsidian Order for years, though not by choice. A brilliant cybersecurity expert, she had been forced to work for the organization after they threatened the lives of her younger brother and grandmother. Russo saw her as an invaluable asset, using her skills to keep their illegal operations undetectable by law enforcement. Emma wasn't a criminal, but she had learned to survive in a world where trust was a luxury. When she met Danny, under his alias of Alex Monroe, she sensed something different about him. He wasn't like the others. He carried himself with a quiet confidence, but beneath his hardened exterior, she detected a sense of justice that others lacked. Their connection grew stronger with each passing day. At first, Emma kept her distance, wary of getting too close to anyone in the Order. But Danny's presence offered a glimmer of hope. Hope that maybe, just maybe, she could escape this life and protect her family. Unbeknownst to Danny, Emma had been secretly gathering evidence against the Order. She had encrypted files containing transaction records, names of key players, and details of their operations. She planned to use this information to negotiate her freedom, but the risks were immense. If Russo discovered her betrayal, the consequences would be deadly. Jordan's dangerous scheme.